I want to talk a little bit about the thing you said in your acceptance speech. You said, sometimes I just can't believe I'm that same kid that lost his parents in India and made his way out to Canada. I want to talk
Yeah,
about that kid growing up in India as much as you're comfortable. To tell me more about
yeah.
him. What were you like as a kid?
I mean, I was like every other kid, right? But then all of a sudden, I just got hit with this tragedy. Like, I lost my dad in 2006, and then I lost my mom in 2011, and just saw them going through so much at such an early age. Like I was like 9 years old, and then 11 years old, and then I was just by myself, like basically stuck in India, um, at my house. Like there was family that was taking care of me, but my sisters were out here in Canada because they got married and all that or whatever. And then my mom and dad passed away. We were supposed to come out here together and like make a living or do whatever, but the plans didn't really go, like it didn't go as planned. And then they passed away, and now I had to like sort out my documentation and just stay in India by myself. And that was a big responsibility. I feel like it just opened my eyes too early. Like I sometimes I feel like I don't know why that happened so early, but sometimes it's just like maybe like it was meant to happen, I guess. Like it taught me so much too. Like I was the kid that used to like iron his own uniform to go to school, like every morning, get up in the morning, iron my uniform, put it on, dress myself up and eat and go to school in India. So that just really taught me a lot how to be more responsible, more independent. And yeah, man, there's just so many stories when I was a kid. I mean, I didn't even know sometimes what to talk about because there's just so much that was happening. Yeah.
The thing that sticks out to me that you said, man, is you said like it really opened my eyes, and and it feels like it might have been too early to do that. I know. I mean, I know.
Yeah.
Like I lost my a parent when I was younger. Not as young as you, but I lost a parent when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I've often told people that like that is life kind of begins again. You sort of
Yeah.
see life differently after that, in a good
Exactly.
way
Yeah.
and in a bad way. But to be nine,
Yeah. 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 I mean, that was really hard, man. Like I couldn't process my emotions. I didn't know what anxiety was. Like at that age, especially being in India, like there's not like we weren't really educated enough to know about like emotions or stress or anxiety or
yeah.
trauma or any of this stuff. Like now when I got educated and I look back at that kid, I'm like, okay, how was you doing this, just going through it. Or even when I think about my parents, like they didn't know what like being stressed was, but they were going through it. And I just feel bad sometimes. Like I wish they were here today so I could just show them the real world and make them understand like what living is actually. Just show them some easy time for a little bit. But I guess that would never happen.
Like you were going through this tremendous too young tragedy, and you feel like you can't talk to anyone about it. Like you can't share how sad you are or how messed up this
Yeah.
is or how you're
Like
feeling.
yeah, I didn't know how. Like I had some cousins, like I didn't know what to talk to them about. Like do I tell them like I miss them, or like what was it? It was just such a shock. I didn't
Yeah.
know. Like, and especially
Yeah.
being back in India, it's different, right? Like you don't really like talk about your feelings to people. Like now they do. But back then, honestly, like there was nothing like that. Like I was never taught to do that or whatever. And yeah, man, like I just couldn't do it, and I just started putting it out on paper. I still remember my first song was like a sad song, like I'm tired of my life, this and that. I was writing that in Punjabi. So that was my first time like writing basically on a paper and writing about how I felt. And like I just basically don't have no reason to live. That was the main hook line of that was the chorus of that track. I still remember. And that's when I realized, okay, maybe that's why I did that, because I didn't know how to talk to anybody. And then I slowly started realizing like, okay, maybe I could just turn this into a hobby and then profession. And it took some time, but it happened.